Detroit Lions fans, welcome back. So as the Detroit Lions head into the second week of training camp, there's a lot of things to be excited about. Dan Campbell talking about the guys, especially the rookie class. A lot of great things going on. I mean, Sam Laporta, Jack Campbell, Brian Branch, Jameer Gibbs, all of the guys showing flashes. Even Broderick Martin getting that big-time play against Frank Ragnow. Aiden Hudson, Panay Sewell, all of the competition that's been going on. Even going to today, C.J. Gardner-Johnson making a big-time play to really rile things up as practice began. A big-time hit on Jameer Gibbs, and we can tell this is a different team when the pads are on. But we all know as we have those good plays and as we have those good moments and those good times, everyone's not going to have a good day every day. And right now, the topic of today's video, I want to talk about Jameson Williams. Yes, I have not talked about this situation in depth, but I really want to touch on it today because I truly hate the Jameson Williams narrative. Now, it takes a lot to get me to that point and for me to even say that. But when I look around and I see Jameson Williams things, and even talking about today, like we said, everyone doesn't have a great day every day, and understanding that he has been battling an injury and now getting into his first day in pads, had a couple drops, really had to knock some rust off. And why I say I hate the narrative is because I was pretty frustrated today. And as we saw by writers and tweets and different things, we really saw that. And also got in a bit of a fight, not really a fight, I wouldn't say a fight, but a bit of an interaction with Starlin Thomas, a corner who's showing flashes in training camp. And when he threw a punch, we knew what was coming. We knew all of the negativity was coming towards Jameson Williams because have the suspension, had the ACL, and guys just want to see him on the football field. And it seems as if before he gets on the football field for a consistent period of time, things keep coming in his way. And when talking about that in particular, I want to say, before I get into this, we have to understand who Jameson Williams is and why he was brought to this team. And I think that gets forgotten so quickly. This was a guy who was the 11th overall pick in the draft, first round. This is a guy that this team put a lot of trust into and gave up some big-time capital when drafting him with that 11th overall pick. Understand what he was for Bryce Young. Understand what he was at Alabama. A deep threat. And nobody could cover Jameson Williams. We even say if Jameson Williams didn't get hurt in that Alabama versus Georgia game, Georgia's taking down one of those rings. That's what the narrative is in that game. Hurt his ACL in that game, and we knew that affected him in his rookie season. But now he's back. And now, before he gets back, the 6-game suspension, boom. Something else stepping into his way. And when talking about that, I think that was a bit of an unprecedented situation. It happened. We can't take it back now. So we are where we are. Understand we're going to be without JMO for 6 games. But now getting into why I say I hate the narrative. Because when you see things about Jameson Williams, is he's throwing a punch at teammate. He gets into a fight. He gets into a big-time altercation. It's all of this and all of these negative things surrounding Jameson Williams, but you never hear good things about him. You never hear about how he's recovering from his injury. He's getting back into ramping up the pace and all of the things that are going on. It's always negative. It seems to be. And now when we talk about Jameson Williams, I don't think that truly he's done, outside of the suspension, I don't think he's done anything truly bad. He hurt his ACL. That's not bad. How can we knock that against him? Injuries happen in the game of football. So when he missed those games and then came back towards the end of the season, that's out of his control. And now, I think that the big thing for him is when he gets off of this 6-game suspension, making real big time plays, because I haven't forgotten. I remember that guy I saw at Alabama, and this was even before, coming to cover the Detroit Lions. This was before a lot of this. This was even before this YouTube channel. And that was a very special receiver that I saw on that football team. You got to remember, transferred from Ohio State in a crowded receiver room, got his chance at Bama, and just flashed. So I'm telling you right now, the narrative seems to be negative. And also some things that I saw in the comments, it's because he's getting into a fight. He's dropping a couple passes, getting frustrated at practice, having a rough day. And guys are saying bust. It's no way we can throw a bust label on a guy who hasn't played more than 10 games. And understanding that, we say sometimes that is part of the problem, but it's not. He's been injured. Let's keep this real when we talk about it. And I think that right now, because we're in such a boring part of the offseason, we're hunting hunting for something to talk about, hunting for something to find out. And people want to hear about Jameson Williams, but because we don't want to say anything positive, that's not going to get the clicks that we want. We're going to the negativity. And I'm the guy who's going to really touch on this situation as I am right now and just get out of that. Because there's not really anything negative surrounding Jameson Williams. It's truly not. Even hearing Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, when talking about this guy, they trust in their receiver. And along with Amon-Ra St. Brown, they're going to be a duo for years to come. So understanding that, and also another point that I would like to touch on, I would be more worried if he's not throwing the punch. I would be more worried if he's not frustrated, because it should hurt you that you're not being the best. Understand, everyone's wired differently. And I know people are going to say that when we have quarterbacks, different positions, these guys, they seem even keel. They never get out of position. They never get off balance. They never get out of their comfort zone. But understanding, for some people, it's that burning passion and desire to be great. It should mess with you. It should make you mad. It should make you frustrated. And all he did was throw a punch. Understand, after practice, these guys, they love it out. They're brothers, back their same team. We're hunting the same goal of trying to win a football game. So this little altercation that happened in practice, this is not a big deal. We're not talking about this and getting out of this. This is not coming on to Wednesday's practice, Tuesday's practice. This is not coming on to the rest of the week. It happened. It's over. Flush it. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with the team, with the coaching staff in this situation. It's not a big deal. We've seen Travis Kelce throwing a punch, saying he's got to be a better leader, but he's a veteran in that situation. So understanding that, he's been here, done that for a couple of years now. So yes, as a leader in that locker room, he should approach the situation differently. But he's still a guy who competes, even at his age. Like I said, I would be worried if he's not getting riled up, if he's not throwing punches, if he's not doing things like that, because how bad do you want it? Jameson Williams has not hit the football field for a consistent amount of time yet, and he wants it. It's real. It's making him angry. It's really eating at him that he can't be on the football field with his guys. And that's something that makes me feel more comfortable. That's something that makes me happy, because you want to get back to the football field and be that number one receiver you were drafted to be. You don't draft someone 11th overall just for him to run down the field with his speed. He's looking to be a complete receiver, do a lot of things for this team. And I just wanted to touch on that because, like I said, I don't see anything wrong with Jameson Williams. I don't see the bust tag or label or whatever that people are trying to throw out there. I see a lot of things that it's just really media driven right now. And, we get fed this news. We look at this news so much because with Detroit Lions fans, they want to know about J-Mo, like I said, and this is all you see. So you start to believe it a little bit. But I know there's some true Detroit Lions fans out there not wavering on their guy. I know a lot of people in that fan base are still riding with J-Mo, still believe in J-Mo, still believe him to be that 11th overall pick, live up to that hype. So I just wanted to touch on this today because I truly do not like this narrative, but understand, it ain't the truth.